On the surface she looks fine, but what's inside ain't always in line. Life is good, life is bad. She's a mess, but a happy one.
Hi, I'm a little happy mess and welcome to my podcast.
Hello and welcome to the mess. Welcome back. Today with episode 56. Stop wasting your energy on things you cannot change. I hope you're doing super well. I'm happy you're here. And yeah, let's dive right into it. When I think about the title, I'm just like, yeah. Like if I would read it, I'd be like, you know what? What are you gonna tell me now? But actually, I mean, it's something I think that's basic knowledge that, of course, like where we focus on, that's where our energy goes. So we can choose what to focus on. But that is not that easy because there's a lot of things that demand our focus and not all of them are sparkling positive. And I was in a really bad mood lately because I felt like, I think I recorded this episode, how to give a shit about what's going on in the world. And I did not give a shit. So for me, it comes in phases. Sometimes it touches me more what happens in the outer world, sometimes less. But yeah, there's different techniques I already shared in the last in this episode about not giving a shit. But this approach that I want to share with you today is a bit different because I've watched the video and I didn't hear anything super new or super mind-blowing, but it connected to information that I had and it was put in other words and I could take it in really well. And basically it was said that, so yes, where you focus on, that's where your energy goes. That's the one aspect, but then there's another aspect. So we learn that our needs have to be met outside of us. So like, for example, a relationship should give us love, trust, the feeling of fitting in maybe. And then friends have a different role, work has a different role, family has a different role. So systems have a different role. Like, for example, I trust in the state, I trust in institutions, I trust in blah, 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 that everything is working out, infrastructure and so on. And if all of those different people in our lives are there to meet our needs, then as soon as they cannot do that for some reason, we we don't know how to act. We feel bad, we might feel anxious, whatsoever. But with this approach, yes, our needs might be met because we might have amazing people and we live in a safe state and everything's working out, más o menos. But then as soon as one relationship doesn't work out or something goes wrong, like for example now that the system is changing, you can see that it's overdue for change, and yeah, it's like cracking. And then of course me in Austria have it better than people in other countries where there's far worse things going on. But all those things happening on the outside, we cannot change them. And when we give the outer world, whoever that might be, or whatever that might be, if we think of institutions, then we are very dependent on those people and things that we need for our needs to be served. But if we start serving those needs ourselves, then we are not dependent on others to serve those needs, and those relationships, so with friends, with partner, family, whatsoever, they become a lot easier. Because there is not this pressure of someone having to fulfill the need of the other person, but they're a lot freer. And also if that other person is in a bad mood or not available, or a relationship ends, or there is a fight with your parents, your friends, whatsoever, then of course that hurts too, but it doesn't hurt like something's been ripped from you and now you're I don't know, you're feeling devastated and lonely and whatsoever. So this whole approach of trying to find out what are my needs, trying to find out how I can serve those needs. And then also, of course, from time to time, it's okay if this need is served by someone or something external. But like the majority of the time, it would be very well, or we would be well advised to serve our needs ourselves. Because that makes all relationships easier, because there's not this, I don't know if you have this, but when I meet with people, I feel if they have a certain need unmet, and they kind of, it feels very clingy when they then spend time with me, because I feel very responsible for filling this need, and the person is probably not doing this on purpose, but they're sending this kind of energy, like I need whatever love, or I don't know what it is. And that's okay sometimes, but it gets exhausting over time. Yes, and that's how other people feel if I have my needs unmet. Okay, that's one approach. And the second one is the whole focus, what you focus on, that's where your energy goes. There's a lot of things we cannot control, like, for example, other people, institutions, what's going on in the world. There's a lot of things we don't have influence over, but if you think about how much time a day do you spend on thinking about things that annoy you or that upset you, that frustrate you, that make you angry, that you have absolutely no influence or control over, and how much time you spend on that compared to putting your energy in things that you do have control over. Like, for example, no matter how bad things are in my outer world, the only freedom I really have is to choose how to react to the circumstances. That's shit if the circumstances are really shit, but that's the only freedom that we have. And if we serve our needs ourselves, if we focus on what we can actually influence and put our energy in that, then we are pretty bulletproof in a sense, when it comes to outer events that hit us, or that are shit. But when we're calm within ourselves, focus on what we can change, where we can have an influence, we just live a far more peaceful life, and we're not so dependent on what's happening outside of us, especially in times where there is a lot of shit happening. That was basically the video I watched. If I still find it on YouTube, I will link it, but I think I won't. But let's see. So if I find the video, I'll link it, because I think it's a German video. It's a German video, and the guy speaks very well, so he articulates it in a very, very good way. I think I mentioned everything I wanted to say. I hope that made sense for you. I think it's nothing, like I said, it's not rocket science, it's nothing new. It's just something that helped me to regain control over my life, over the things I actually can control. And it's shit, but everything that we cannot change and that we cannot outrun, we have to accept. And you have to believe me, because I am a master in changing things. A friend of mine said I'm very adaptable to, no, how do you say? I'm very good at changing. So I don't like being stuck in situations that I don't like. So I always try to find a way how to make it better. But there's still things I cannot control, I cannot change. And instead of nagging and thinking about them over and over again, even if they're unfair, even if they're shit, it's just easier and a lot more peaceful to think about, okay, so this is shit, but is there something that I actually have an influence over? Can I change something? If not, okay, then even if it's shit, I have to accept it with its shit consequences. And that, of course, it works out better sometimes, it works out less other times, and it's not about perfection. But it also helps me a lot to just not tune in to the outer world too much, if it's something that doesn't serve me. So I'm watching zero news. I know nothing except people talk about it. And I don't have Instagram or any other social media except for YouTube right now. So I'm limiting the sources of news income, so of events in the outer world where I probably have no control over, to actually hit me. And yeah, of course, it's okay to be sad and to I don't know, to read something and have a feeling to it. Obviously, it is okay to complain. It's okay to be frustrated or angry or sad or whatever. It's just the amount of time that's spent on something that we can't change. That's what matters. So like, okay, I'm gonna let myself cry and be angry or whatever for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna move on and see if there's something that actually does me well. Maybe I need to take a long walk. Maybe I need to talk to a friend. Maybe I need to cook myself something. Maybe I wanna binge a series, eat some chocolate, whatever. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So I hope you liked this episode. If you did, give me a 5-star recommendation on Spotify and give me a subscribe on YouTube. Like this episode, write me or like message me what you think in the comments, and if you have ideas for further episodes, please tell me. I'm always happy to get suggestions. And yeah, other than that, I hope you have a great week. Focus on what you can change. You're amazing. Bye.